Hey, what's up? So, hot take, wyverns are pretty cool. So here's the easiest way to get your first wyvern egg in Ark Survival Ascended Scorched Earth. So this is everything you need right here. You need a moth, and you need some sleeping bags. That's it. As for the lime mantria, you should probably tame at least a level 50, and then also level it up into health, which I haven't done here. Yeah, just level it up to like at least 1,000 health should probably be fine. Alright, so once you have your moth and those sleeping bags, you can head over to the wyvern trench. You don't necessarily need your moth right now, but we're first going to look for any eggs that aren't extremely well guarded by these wyverns. Like you see, there's two nests, one over there and another right over there. However, there's like at least a dozen wyverns guarding those two nests, so that's going to be a very difficult recovery. Something like this is a lot better. There's a nest right over there, and there aren't wyverns super close to it. There's still quite a few. It'll be a lot worse trying to get those two nests over there, but this one is somewhat unguarded. This one right here looks really good. There's a wyvern down there, another down there, and a few over there, but they're a little bit further away, so I'm going to try to get this one. So once you have your nest located, I'm going to just go ahead and mark that with a rally point. So I'm going to hold middle mouse click and press rally point, and now that's a marker right on the nest, so it's going to be a lot easier to find. Once I have that done, now I'm going to go place down my sleeping bags. Honestly, just place down a ton. You never know how many you're going to need. Alright, so now with that out of the way, I got my moth over here now. I'm going to make sure he's on passive. And I'm going to put his following distance up to 5. And now I'm going to make sure he's following me. And now our flight begins. For the moth, they don't really have a lot of stamina. This guy only has 300, so I actually like to just hold W without sprinting. It conserves a lot of stamina. You can, of course, rest your moth right before entering the trench, but it's very likely that a wyvern is going to see you and just kill you right there. So I just prefer this method so I can have a good amount of stamina without having to rest. Alright, so I'm like right above the egg, pretty close to the trench opening, so I'm going to just make a beeline straight for that egg, or I guess you could say a moth line, I don't know. That was a terrible joke. Since there weren't any wyverns nearby, I don't think anything actually saw us. So I'm gonna rest my moth right now, just so we have the stamina. I'd only do this if you're absolutely sure nothing's chasing you. Alright, so now we are ready to go. So, yeah. We're just gonna try to fly straight into the vast desert. Let's see if anything's even following us. Oh, okay, there's a poison wyvern right there. Those guys are pretty easy to dodge. Okay, that's a fire wyvern. Those are considerably less easy to dodge, but we're just gonna continue flying into the desert. It doesn't matter. This is why you need at least like 1,000 health. You need to last long enough to get away from the wyvern trench. Looks like our moth is about to die. There we go. Looks like I'm about to die. There we go. I'm just gonna respawn at one of the sleeping bags. Looks like we're about 300 meters away from our death spot, so I'm just gonna run over there and trying to avoid any like mantises or whatever. Alright, so again, right before I grab my bag, I'm gonna rest my stamina a little bit. It looks like I'm dehydrated, so that's actually not gonna be possible, but I still have a little bit. So I'm just gonna grab the egg and then just run deeper into the desert. You can see they're chasing again. That's not good. That's also not good. But it's okay, we made some more distance. So we're just going to continue repeating this process of picking up the egg, running a little bit further into the desert, and then dying, and then respawning and doing the same thing. We just want to get as much distance away from the wyvern trench as possible. Uh-oh, that guy saw me. Okay, looks like I'm just going to grab the egg right now. Got it. Okay, tried to dodge him right there. It didn't quite work, but we made more distance, and that's what matters. Alright, honestly, that's probably enough distance now from the trench. So, now what we do, let's see how much of a timer we have. Okay, well, I'm in single player, so it's an entire 3 hours I could wait here for. But I think in multiplayer it's 30 minutes or something like that. So, if you're in multiplayer with a 30-minute timer, just sit here and wait until the wyverns get as far away as the bag as possible. Even better if they just unrender themselves. If you run out of time, you can just pick this thing up and die again, and then it'll be fine. As far as I know, if they're even rendered, like it doesn't matter the distance, if they're even rendered, and you pick up the egg again, they're gonna aggro. But now what we need to do is we need to unrender the other wyverns. It looks like the poison wyvern actually already did, because I don't see him unless he's just over this dune. Oh, yeah, there he is. What we could try to do is wait for that fire wyvern to get away a little bit, and then, yeah, he's unrendered now. Let's see how close we can get now. Okay, that looks to be it. Honestly, I wasn't planning that part to be that easy. I got really lucky there by the wyverns basically unrendering themselves. You just have to wait there a while, because they'll just randomly fly around. I have a wyvern egg now, and there are no wyverns chasing me. Just do not go anywhere near the wyvern trench again, or they're going to all aggro onto you again. You have to take the long way around the trench. And I just realized I don't have a way back home, so what I would do in this situation, I'd just implant kill myself, and then respawn at base and grab a flyer or something there. So yeah, you can hatch your new wyvern egg. It's probably not going to be a very high level, but it will at least be good enough for you to get a new wyvern egg with your new wyvern. With your new wyvern, I'd level up to maybe even like 2,000 health with at least 500 stamina. That should be more than enough to allow you to get more eggs with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.